Hello, good people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. I thought I was just going to do the two, but I am doing three. Hopefully, you like this video as well. I have 10 fragrances in this list, a little bit different, vintage formulation of fragrances that I own and I think they're worth collecting. I have quite a few vintage fragrances, like first release, first batch, something like that, but I don't obviously own many more, right? So, whenever I have some vintages, I collect them for a reason. They are always worthy of collection if the fragrance is very rare, one thing. And good old days, Gucci Rush, this kind of fragrance you cannot find anymore. So let's say you can find M7 by YSL. Those are vintage fragrance worth collecting, but not all vintages are worth the high price tag, for a reason that maybe you find excellent alternatives. No point paying $400 for that. So nowadays, for example, Pure Malt, Pure Heaven, Ultra Zest, these are going for that price. This can be called vintage. Okay. So what I have here, about 10 plus 1, same line, 2 fragrances, 11 fragrances, I'll show you and I'll tell you why they are worth collecting and I love them. So let's go one by one. First fragrance I'm going to show you a very little bottle. It's called Versace the Eros. Okay. And this one, the box came like this. Okay. This is the very first batch of Eros. I don't know if you can see the batch. This is the first time, I forgot which year it was released, 2012, I forgot. Anyway, so this one, Eros, is known to be one of the best mint apple vanilla perfume and clubbing. And let me tell you one thing. I have the Eros 200 ml. I have the EDP Perfume, the new version, even the Flame. But I noticed the smell of this, the vintage, is very different from what I have currently. This thing is intense, man. This thing matured over the years. It smells like the mint is no longer that fresh. It's very strong, like a green, like sweet. The tonka has become kind of a bitter sort of tonka. So that time, I feel this one, if let's say Euros grew up, in the years, and it became like a more elder, mature version of it. Even the perfume version is not as sophisticated as this. So look out for it. Like if you can get a vintage first year's version, you can give it a try. If you're a fan of Eros, I think that is the fragrance is definitely worth the time and attention and the price if you love the DNA. So that's the first one. Let me turn it like this so you can have 10 fragrances fitting here. So that's the first one. Second one I'm going to show you. I was lucky enough to find it, and even though the sticker fell off, but this is the sticker version of Dolce & Gabbana Purom. This is a 75 ml version. I have plenty of juice left, as you can see. And this is the old style sticker version. The sticker was here, but I received it like this, right? So the cap, if I take it out, you see the nozzle, you can tell this is a vintage. This is the good days of fragrances. Okay. The new version, the UK version, is good, but minuses that opening lemon, the tobacco, lemon, lavender, this combination. This one has one spices. So this one is at a full glory. Okay. If you can find this one, say the price, if you can afford it, go for it. 200-300 whatever dollars you're gonna spend on it. I did not pay that. I was lucky enough to pay less, but it's a vintage fragrance that I really love. Dolce & Gabbana Purom. This is for real men, and this is one of the signature scent of Max 40. Okay. Next one is a fragrance. The new versions are good, but if you can find a vintage, this would be so glorious. This is called Boucheron Jaipur Purom, or Jaipur Homme by Boucheron. So I have the EDP, the frosted glass, and this one, the EDT, both in vintage. Okay. I think very first batch or something. I don't remember which batch it was, but this is like I bought from Perfume World long time back. This fragrance, just like the bottle, it's a vintage style bottle, beautiful temple like. And this is the oriental spicy fragrance, which is very masculine. I call this a big brother of Pure Malt. Okay, Pure Malt has the booze, but this one doesn't have. But the dry down, they have so much common elements, right? So this is for people who really, really want to collect some fragrance like Fendi, or Fande Fendi, that vintage one, the extreme, whatever, the Assoluto, This is in that style, very masculine, very spicy, very long lasting. The vintage batch definitely is worth buying. Jaipur by Boucheron. So the next one is back to back. This is not by any ranking, by the way. Okay, so they're all good. So next fragrance are the two that I was talking about in one entry. Lanston de Guerlain EDT and Lanston de Guerlain LIDGE, the extreme version, together. So I have this much juice left on each bottle. I'm very, very nervous always handling them because these are impossible to find, and you cannot even find these paying $200-300 now. So the first one is the non, the dark Regis. This is the wearable, more, you can say, citrusy version somewhat, but more fresher version on this. So I'll tell you that Lanston Guerlain, its Liege is the most like, how to say, sought out fragrance in fragrance enthusiast community. uh, Let me see, Lanston, I forgot the notes exactly. Wait, Lanston de Guerlain Purom, there's this note of forget that note. Star anise, yeah, star anise, cacao, those I remember. Sandalwood, patchouli, sort of like a lemon. But that, the smell, at first when I smelled it, I did not really understand this fragrance. It took me years to understand it. And I had both this version. I sold them off like a moron, but I got them later. So these are worth collecting. These are very masculine. If you ask me in short, I would call them mature version of Dior and Dior Intense. This is what they are, and this is love for a reason. The extreme version is like, it's just unbelievable how good that one is. Okay, check out my review. So number 5, let me show you a true vintage style perfume. My bottle top note is gone off a little bit, but if I find another one, I'll buy it. Azzaro Chrome Legend. This is a legend. This is something I salute. Okay, cheap price tag back in the days, 30-35 bucks. And this cap version, you can find it. The new ones, they have a different kind of caps. The tall cap looks ugly. This thing, it lasted on me more than 10-12 hours for a fresh perfume with the tea accord, tonka beans, apple. And this perfume is just on different level. This is the best flanker from Chrome line. Mark my word for it. The tonka and the tea combination, you will not find it in any other perfumes. Okay, super sweet, super loud and fresh. Can be worn in winter as well. It's worth hunting down this vintage. This is called Chrome Legend by Azzaro. The new version is okay, if you can find, also good, but about 75% of this, 25% more oomph you get in the old version. Next one is this bottle, cute little 50 ml bottle of Boss bottle. Okay, Hugo Boss bottle. And you'll be thinking, how does it look different than the current Boss? Yep, see the box, go online and see, or go to the shop, see how the new packaging of Boss bottle looks like. This is a vintage Boss bottle, which is like very, very close to what I used to own in college. I have a 200 ml of Boss bottle, 100 ml Boss bottle EDP Intense. I have many variations, but this thing, let me tell you, the sentiments. Ooh, when I open this cap, when I smell it, when I put it on myself, man, the golden cinnamony apple, little bit of vanilla, tonka. This apple, you cannot even get it in the EDP Intense. That good. This is the perfect formulation. It's just the right amount of formula that makes this fragrance great. It can be worn all year round. Really good potency as well. This is Boss bottle, the original formulation. Next, I'm going to show you another fragrance. This one is very rare to get. It's called YSL Opium Purom, but this is the EDP version. Okay, let me show you the box. It looks very, very close to the EDT, the bottle design wise, but no, this is the box. I bought it from one of the brothers. Lucky for me, I picked it up. This is a 50 ml Opium Purom, and you can see EDP. This is also something like Lanston de Guerlain. It has that note of star anise, I think, vanilla and blackcurrant. Very weird fragrance, very weird. If you want to understand it, you have to go through Jaipur, Dolce & Gabbana Purom, Lanston de Guerlain. If you can enjoy and understand the concept, this is the next level. Okay, EDT nowadays is discontinued. Pick up before it's gone. You may hate it at first. It's medicinal. In the opening, the star anise, patchouli, whatever the combination is, a bit weird, and it feels like sometimes a tiger balm. But man, once that dry down hits, amazing. These are kind of fragrances should get mentioned in the community. Number 3, Fahrenheit Absolute. Okay, this is a true like how to say, unicorn and very hard to find gem in community. This was, I think, one of the first oud designer releases alongside M7. Okay, Fahrenheit was a huge success. They made Fahrenheit, this one, Aqua Fahrenheit, then Summer, and then the 32, the white bottle. They made Fahrenheit, few more. The Le Parfum was a replacement for this, which was a more booziness. So basically, Fahrenheit for me is a line. It's a $1 million line. Dior makes quality in every single Fahrenheit releases. This thing, it's I think the tester version, it says notes like oud, incense, and myrrh. Okay, so oud wood as well. So this is kind of like a dark take on Fahrenheit. Colder months is absolutely gorgeous. Less petroleum, but more darker, woody Fahrenheit. This is definitely something you can check out. The next two is from the same house, and I just am going to put them next to each other because I think it's about time people talk about them more. Such great fragrances. This, especially the vintage batch. CH Man. Okay, this is my current bottle. See, the juice color has gone dark. Opening got a little bit intense on the alcohol, but if you shake it and then you use it after a while, and that alcohol goes away very, very quickly. I have a backup bottle of it. I was thinking to sell it, but now I'm thinking maybe not a good idea. Maybe because in future I'll never find it. So this is the kind of packaging you'll see. The newer ones look different than these boxes. I have the full bottle here, backup. Okay, CH Man is that sugar cane kind of like sweetness, sugar note, and then the leather, and I think few of the other notes are kind of like green. I like think chic for him also, like in this style. But man, the Thai version, the nowadays the new versions are like this, and the CH will be written somewhere in the corner or something like that. These ones are worth getting, man. It has longevity, it's unique, it's sexy, and the new versions are missing that magic of the Thai version. But let's say you keep the new version for at least 1 year or two in your collection, you'll get also potent. But it's worth collecting this Thai version. Last but not least is the intact box that I have. I do have my other bottle. I don't know where I kept it, but I'll show you. This is the other brother of CH Man. This is CH Man Prive. What's so special about this? People don't understand in Bangladesh about vintages. These two fragrances, if I, let's say, took out and then try to sell as intact the CH Man Thai version and this one, okay, take a look at the box. You see the new CH Man, if you really see, are also discontinued, hard to find. The older ones have this center, which are black or dark. The newer ones, I think inside is gold. So this one, CH Man Prive, these formulation, good luck finding them. If you can find them, get them. Absolutely get them by any means. Darker juice, the booziness, the whiskey, man, the pomelo whiskey, the whatever, the fruity notes in there, the leather. This is a big brother of CH Man. So this is a fragrance worth collecting for winter months, man. I would rate it as high as Pure Mall or some of the other boozy fragrances in the market. So there you go, 10, 11 fragrances which are vintages I am absolutely proud to own and worthy of checking out if you're bored of this new flankers which are more or less the same with the tweak. I find them like I'm getting bored of them already, you know, hardly any good releases or memorable ones. They're just nice bottles and almost the same smell for $50 more. Why? So vintage fragrances definitely are worth checking out too. Take care. Thanks for watching. And do let me know which ones do you like as vintages. Take care. Bye-bye.